In a valley painted with every shade of green, nestled between towering, misty mountains, lived a little dragon named Drako. Now, Drako was a dragon in every way you'd imagine. He had shiny, emerald green scales, a long, swishy tail, and tiny horns just beginning to sprout. He could even puff out little smoke rings that smelled faintly of cinnamon. But there was one thing Drako couldn't do, one thing that made his little dragon heart tremble. He was afraid to fly. While his brothers and sisters soared through the sky, chasing clouds and playing tag with the wind, Drako would stay on the ground. He'd watch them from below, his wings tucked tightly against his back. They were magnificent, shimmering in the sunlight, but the thought of lifting off the ground, of being so high up with nothing but air beneath him, sent shivers down his spine. "It's too high," he would whisper to himself. "What if I fall?" One sunny morning, a young girl named Lina was exploring the paths near the Dragon Valley. She had a heart full of curiosity and pockets full of interesting pebbles. As she rounded a large boulder, she saw Drako sitting by a stream, looking sadly at his reflection. He sighed, and a perfect, cinnamon-scented smoke ring drifted over the water. Lina wasn't scared. She had heard stories of the friendly dragons in the valley. She walked over quietly and sat down beside him. "Why the long face?" she asked gently. Drako was startled, but saw the kindness in her eyes. He confessed his secret, his voice barely a squeak. "I'm afraid to fly." Lina listened patiently. She didn't laugh or tell him he was being silly. Instead, she picked up a flat, smooth stone. "Watch this," she said, and with a flick of her wrist, she sent the stone skipping across the water. It bounced once, twice, 3 times before sinking. "See," she said. "It didn't fly forever on the first try. It just touched the air for a moment. Maybe you could start small, too." The next day, Lina came back. "Let's not think about flying," she suggested. "Let's just think about jumping." She led Drako to a small, grassy mound. "Just hop to the top." Drako, feeling a little less nervous, took a deep breath and jumped. He landed with a soft thud. It wasn't flying, but it was a start. They practiced jumping for days. First over small rocks, then over fallen logs. Each time, Drako would flap his wings a little, just out of instinct. One afternoon, they stood at the edge of a gentle, sloping hill. "Okay, Drako," Lina said with an encouraging smile. "Let's try a glide. Just run down the hill and open your wings. Let the wind do the work. I'll be right here." Drako's heart hammered against his ribs, but he looked at Lina's trusting face. He took a running start, his little legs pumping. As he reached the steepest part of the slope, he unfurled his wings. For a breathtaking moment, he wasn't running anymore. He was gliding. The wind caught under his wings, lifting him just a few feet off the ground. He sailed through the air for a few seconds before landing softly in a patch of wildflowers. He stumbled, then turned to look at Lina, his eyes wide with disbelief and excitement. "I did it. I glided." Lina clapped her hands, cheering for her friend. Each day, Drako grew more confident. He learned to trust his wings and the wind that carried him. Finally, the day came when he stood with Lina at the top of the highest hill in the valley. The world spread out below them like a giant, green blanket. "You're ready, Drako," Lina said softly. Drako looked at the sky, then back at his friend. He took a deep breath, not of fear, but of anticipation. He ran towards the edge, and with a powerful push, he leaped into the air. He flapped his wings, once, twice, and then he was no longer falling or gliding. He was flying. He rose higher and higher, catching a thermal and circling above the valley. The world was so beautiful from up here. He saw his brothers and sisters flying towards him, and he dipped his wings in greeting. Down below, he saw a tiny figure waving. It was Lina. Drako let out a happy roar that echoed through the mountains. a sound of pure joy and freedom. He was a dragon, and he could fly. Thanks for watching our story today. If you enjoyed Drako's journey, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing adventures. See you next time.